Welcome to Penner Production coverage of the Veterans for Vets tournament live from the farm at Quail Valley. We have a great tournament for you here. Chase card coverage. We have the beautiful course at the farm, complete with lots of island holes, plenty of length, OB. Really makes you throw every single type of shot you have in your bag to succeed. So let's see how it plays out. Hole 1, big par 4. This first shot, you really just need to throw straight. Maybe have it hyzer around this last tree, pushing about 300. And the big into this open fairway, that'll set you up for your second shot. You really have to throw something through this gap that then cuts down left through this collage of trees. But be careful, there is a creek that plays OB that runs through pretty deep. And finally, if you're lucky enough to push over that creek, you'll have an easy tap-in birdie, but that is easier said than done. Let's see how they do it here, folks. Gavin off the tee first. Ripping on a Firebird, it looks like. And he will hyzer into that tree, and he'll actually end up OB. Taco on the pad. And he'll actually as well cut down in the snow very early. Colton Perkins, local player here. Looks like he's ripping on a Star Boss. And that'll get some big turn, flexing out over the OB line. And then barely punching back in. That was a crush, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Tria, trying to do kind of the same thing. Looks like he put a little bit too much sauce on it, and that one will not come back. He is also OB. Don't forget that high five for the game, folks. Taka here from pretty early. You can see that tree is still to his left, so he did not get a great tee shot, but he was in bounds. And this snow is just brutal. You'll see players struggling with this all day, getting the good foothold. But he'll rip something out there into the middle of the fairway. See if he can save par. Matt did go be a little farther down the fairway, but not much. So he'll try and find his footing here and see if he can attack that gap to save his par. Good rip. That needs to get down. That pushes left. He'll have a difficult upshot there from the brush. Gavin also going OB. You can see it is wet. It is cold. There is not good footing here. So it's honestly kind of a scramble here at the farm today. Snow covering almost the entire course. Beauty. That was a crush of an upshot there for Gavin. He'll be able to attack for the 4. Colton's drive is way down here. He got the full flight from that boss. He's trying to back down some snow, see if he can get a look at the rare 3. Good turn on this up. See if he can poke through that gap. Really good upshot there from Colton. He'll have at least something as a look. Matt over here in this garbage on the left. The hyzer upshot still exists. Would have to be kind of a crush. He had some garbage in his way there, so not really much of a look. He'll be about 60 feet with a bunch of trees. Taco. A good line. If that can fight through, gets caught up on some trees, but he might have a look to save his par. Here's Gavin's 3rd shot. See if he can punch through. Hit some early wood there. Gets knocked down. Matt's about 100 feet outside. Needs to get lucky through these trees. Gives it a bid. Really good up there from Matt. Try to save something. Colton's got about a circled edge look here, but tough elevation, tough trees. He really doesn't want any part in that. He'll take a good 4 on this hole. Gavin from in the middle of this forest, just off the top bar. Really good bid. And we will have the guys finish out here.
I'll take that weak side layup there.
On to hole 2. Also plays as a par 4. Big straight shot here. Really, if you can get over this ridge, you're pushing 400, 450, and that'll set you up for a good second shot. They have these 2 guardian trees and a really tight green, OB all the way around. And if you can place something very delicately, you will have a reward of a putt for birdie. Taco will have the box. Get some early turn off of that, and that's not going to come back. He'll be in a tough spot there.
It's not going to be a
Might
very
have to
good
just pitch out.
outcome,
Natural B.
Colton here with a destroyer, and this thing is pretty nice beat.
Great
And
height.
that is an absolute crush from Colton Perkins. All of 480. Uphill. Beautiful shot. Middle of the fairway. Here's Gavin. Rip it on a destroyer, I believe. That'll put him in a decent spot. He might be in that garbage on the right, but we'll have to see. Matt with a destroyer as well. Yeah, and Taco really has nothing from this position. He'll be forced to just kind of pitch out. And Gavin is in the middle as well. A thumb or a tomahawk there. Pitch it out to the middle of the fairway.
Oh, this is the best one yet.
His third shot here. Good flex if it drops in there. Yeah, really good upshot there from Taco. He'll have a putt to save his par. Here's Matt taking the wide hyzer up. Needs to go. Yeah, drops in bounds. He'll have a circle putt as well. Colton's drive is way up here. Kind of biffs his upshot there. A little bit left to be desired, but he'll still be a little bit outside circle for his birdie putt. Here's Gavin taking that wide hyzer route as well. Almost taking out a spectator, but lands in circle. Colton with a pretty obstructed circle's edge putt here for his birdie. And just misses left, and that will roll to here's Taco for his 4. Hyzer's out a little early. He rolled a bit down. Unforgiving backstop here at the farm, especially on snowy days on hole 2. Great putt there from Gavin. And Matt cleaning up as well. You can see how far Colton rolled down that slick back and just barely misses his back putt. So he went from a 3 to a 5 there pretty quickly. And good comeback there from Taco. On to hole 3. Hole 3 tee pad kind of lays right behind a hill, forcing you to throw maybe a higher shot than you would want. Has to have some late turn to get around these trees on the right, and then to get that distance, glide and finish out to this rock protected green. Plays as a par 3, but is about a 450-foot shot uphill. So these guys will be ripping. That's Matt on a DD3, I believe.
Did you not hear it? No. Yeah. I feel like that's how you get there.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Wow, dude. Now if we
PD
find
from
it-
Gavin there.
I don't think they realize like how
Taco with a big turnover,
we're gonna be here.
and it's clean. Colton with a destroyer again. Same one he threw on the last hole.
Good thing you didn't take that disc out of your back.
And Colton is just absolutely crushing this course early on. That shot was absolutely parked. You can see Matt slipping there on his upshot. Conditions were not optimal here. Here's Taco for his birdie. Just off the top band. Gavin from the other side of this rock here. Gives it a bid. Hyzers out a little too soon. Matt still with a little bit left for his par save. That is an unruly chain. He'll have to take a bogey. Look where Colton's drive ended up. Almost hitting metal on his drive. Absolute crush. On to hole 4. Hole 4 will play as a par 5 during this tournament with a newly added island green. First shot, you either have a big flick. There are double mandos on the right that kind of eliminate a big sky hyzer, setting you up here for your second shot, which optimally you'll have to lay up to this creek that is completely frozen, but it still plays as a pond. And then your third or fourth shot will have to cross and land on this tiny, tiny island green that you'll walk over to via bridge with a small wooden backstop. Really a beautiful hole. Very tough to play. Colton will have the box. Throwing a turnover backhand, but that will hyzer out and needs to get down.
Good thing it's snow.
And does. That'll put him set him up for a good second shot. Being on the left side of that fairway really helps. Gavin looks like he has that 2 turned. Hits a post though and stays in bounds. That's a lucky break. Taco doing the exact same thing. 2 turned. That'll be OB for sure. Here's Matt with a DD3, I believe. Same line there as Colton getting out to that left side of the fairway. Taco was OB, so this will be his second shot, third play. And that looks like it's OB again. I believe Gavin did not go OB. He's just taking relief. And so his second shot,
Yeah, dude.
big turnover. Hyzer's out. In a really good spot to attack that island green. Here's Matt with his up. And that's going straight OB as well. All the garbage on the right plays as OB. Colton in a good spot to attack this and potentially get the 4. Really good upshot there from Colton. And you can see that island green is so tiny on the other side. You want no business attacking from the other side. You have to be within 100 feet to really have a comfortable shot. But Taco's going for it. And that just hyzers out too soon. You can see how tiny that green is here.
Settle.
Really, no matter where you are on the course. Ooh, Gavin gives that a little bit of a run. Wherever you are on the course, it's going to be a ballsy shot to go here. that pond being about 80 feet. So it's really just a
Oh, get. That's it.
and a good up there from Matt. This is where Colton's second shot landed. He is in great position. And he'll have a tap in 4. Oh, and Taco with his 4th OB on this hole. Just showing this layout can really shred you. And there he's got a good upshot with a tap in.
In a while.
So do I get like a meter?
Colton will get that 4.
You get a meter.
Really good 4 to get here. Gavin hitting that back dynamic discs wall. And you really have to have that there for anyone to have a chance at attacking from outside 100 feet. On to hole 5. Hole 5 will play as a par 4 as well. This first shot really is just like a rock up, something straight. There is a big forehand line out to the left. If you do have a 480-foot forehand, it can be attacked for birdie, or for eagle, excuse me. But really just up into this landing zone and then pitch something up to the green. Try and get your 3. Staying inbounds on this hole is really important. There's a big pond to the left. If you do bite off more than you can chew, you'll get those OB strokes and they'll rack up pretty quickly. Colton going for it all. And he just gets that turned over too much left. It was quite the crush, but
Right.
this fairway gets skinnier and skinnier the closer you get to the green. So precision is really all that matters here off the tee. And that's really just
Smart shot.
the perfect shot there from Gavin. Nothing too much. He'll have an easy 3 with that up.
Get up. Slide.
He did.
Good slide. I mean, that's so.
Yeah, no, hook
Get
up.
under it and hyzer. That's
And
fine.
Taco with a
Just wanted to hang
somewhat
out.
fortunate ricochet there at the end. We'll still give him a chance to attack.
Get through it. Oh, I thought that justice was.
And hitting more foliage there is Matt. Colton from his OB drop. Playing that fairly safe.
Oh.
And Taco there just gets caught up on the stuff on the right. Gavin's second shot, really great drive. Played this hole perfectly.
Get it.
Oh no, Taco will go OB deep again. Matt with his third shot is gonna follow him out there.
You have to walk out there now. No.
And this ice is too thin to be walking on, so those discs are gone for at least now. Good bid there for Colton's third shot. And a great birdie there from Gavin. Really playing the hole how it was designed to be played. And then we'll have everyone's cleanups here. And on to hole 6. Par 3. This initial shot through this very tight 12-foot gap off the tee, about 100 feet in. You wonder if there's something that will flip late and kind of ride this hill down the right side, hopefully with a big crush ending you somewhere between this bamboo and these trees with a long look for a 2. Playing as one of the more difficult holes on the course and demanding really 2 precise shots to get the birdie. For the most part, this will be played for a 3. Gavin will have the box here. Ripping on that red destroyer.
What? all the way down. Get lucky.
Colton getting that overturned as well.
I don't know why I was looking at that.
And Matt into that first available. That gap is so far off the tee and very tight. Really demands the perfect shot.
Go, baby.
And Taco will show you that line here. Smacking into that bamboo, it sounds like. That's a ways down the fairway. It's not a bad place to be. Matt's second, big turn. A little too much, but that'll glide down the hill. Here's Colton's second. That's a little too sauced. That'll put him about 60, 70 feet outside. Matt's third, and that will just turn over on him. And a horrible kick. So here's where Taco ended up. Slips, sticks the landing, but that'll just leak a little deep on him. He'll still have a putt to save his par. And that's where Matt's third shot ended up, just at the top. Good run. Get him from about 60. Oh, Colton off the band as well. Here's Taco for 3. Got it. This is a good 3 to get.
I remember what a par looked like.
Grab a stroke on the card.
Yes, Danny. Great call. Good tree, bud.
Look at the guys cleaning up here.
How are these other guys shooting? Like garbage or what? I have no idea. Oh, really? Yeah. What do you think?
On to hole 7. This is really the feature hole of the front 9. This long, daunting tunnel shot. Really, you can throw something outside to the left with a forehand or a rock straight down the middle, hoping to get over this here planter, this rock bed, and really just put yourself in a position to attack this green on your second shot. This is a huge pond in front of you that's frozen over with that bridge going over it with 3 massive protection trees that will knock down discs OB all day. And if you can pierce that second shot in, we have an island green that plays 360 island, and you'll have a look for your 3. Gavin off the tee.
Settle down.
That's about
That looks
perfect.
though, huh?
Taco opting for that forehand line. Hangs it out left. He needs that to get pretty stable for him. It does. We'll see if that's too far. Colton liked that. Maybe a little more stable disc. Shorter, slower. Put him in a good spot to attack.
I don't know how old you are.
The oldest one's 11. Good.
Matt hit something early, and looks like he's going for it.
Me too.
Big turn around those trees and hyzers back in. Really an amazing shot there from Matt. Taco ending up in this planter here that plays casual. Going in the middle gap. Oh, and he crosses over, but will still be OB. He did cross over, though, so he can take his drop from the other side of the island, which is huge. Here's Gavin's up. Wow. Puts it within 15 feet. Great up. Colton trying to sneak around the left side. Maybe saws that off a little bit, but it looks like he dropped in bounds. So Taco taking his OB relief from the pond, still having to putt over this rock for about 40 feet. I'll have to go finish out there. Colton from relatively the same spot, but doesn't really have that rock to deal with. And that'll just saw that off a bit early. This is from Matt's amazing second shot. Let's see if he can capitalize. Oh, just off the band. Good putt there from Gavin.
Good hole.
We'll have
Yep.
Colton. Great putt. We'll have some cleanups. On to hole 8. The classic tire hole. This is a really short par 3, probably about 250 feet. But we have a huge elevated basket that sits atop this tire field of old tractor tires, making putts deadly. A missed putt can have you with a longer or the same length putt almost consistently. So something's fairly stable, straight. Really just want to attack that front end. Really good shot there from Gavin. Colton going with the hyzer line. Need some glide. That'll skip up there. He'll have a good putt. If you're not at the base of these tires, you will become scared to run your putt. And that's a really good shot there from Matt as well. 3 for 3 so far. Wow, and Taco crushes this. And that's going way past the basket. No way he runs this, right? He slipped on his upshot there. He'll still have something to come back. Colton from about 15, dead center, no problem. Great putt there from Colton. Taco with the same putt from the other side and makes it happen.
I've never thrown one of these. I like them.
Really a picturesque hole here as well. Oh, no. And Matt will cage out left side. Good 2 there from Gavin as well. 2 2s and 2 pars. On to hole 9. This is usually just going to be a gentle hyzer, kind of hanging out over this fencing on the right that will play OB. So you got to make sure you miss these 2 poles here. And ideally just spike something down into the green. Pretty simple hole, pretty short. Should be attackable for these guys. Gavin has the box.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And that'll put him in a good position for a birdie putt. Colton going with a big sky hyzer. Crashing down a little close to that OB line. We'll have to see where he landed. Taco throwing with a straight line, and that's flirting with OB. And he gets some love there, actually. It kicks off one of the OB fence posts, and I believe he'll be in bounds.
Look at
Good
it go with
turn.
the bucket, too. Drop.
Stop.
Do it. Oh! Drop.
Oh, just misses that left. Colton for his 2. Cage is off the right side. Good 2 there from Gavin.
Good 2. Yes.
As well as Matt.
Good 2.
Holy shit, I got it too.
And we'll have the guys finish out here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, to Pennant Productions. We'll have the back 9 up here in quite a jiffy. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and get your notifications on for when the back 9 drops. Thank you again.